Hello, my lovely Sagittarians. Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading with me, Lorien, for October 2017. This is a general reading, and we're going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake and also taking a card from the Archangel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. Sorry, many of you have asked for spells recently, and even though I cleared my entire altar and working space, I can't really seem to get it organised again. So yeah, thank you for those of you who have asked for spells. And also, as I mentioned before, this is a general reading. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. If you would like a personal private reading with myself, all you need to do is click on the link to my website below, or email me lorientarot@gmail.com. Now is a perfect time to get a reading, simply because it's not the big New Year rush where everybody seems to want to have their New Year reading. So just bear that in mind if you want a reading at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll just start by shuffling the cards now for you. I'm just seeing what's coming through. There's a lag on my computer at the moment, but I'm trusting that it's all fine. So let's see what's on its way to you, Sagittarius. They're showing me lots of mountains, but it's almost like you've overcome that. You've overcome the things that they're showing to me. Alright, move that out of the way. Okay. Ooh, the Nine of Cups, nice. Death card. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands. What's happening there? We have the Sun card, which is awesome. The Queen of Wands could be you or a loved one. Seven of Wands and the Eight of Swords. So it doesn't seem like we have a nice week at the end of here. That's not very good. And at the bottom we have the Two of Cups. Again, I have to move all my stuff. Let me just see if I can get this down a little bit. Oh, too far. Come on, laggy camera. That's a bit better. I'll go with that. Okay, so actually let me just see. Okay, good. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so you do have some changes, you do have some surmounting challenges completed. The only thing is, it does feel like towards the end of the month, towards the end of October, you do get your rackles up a little bit. You do have this kind of, ooh, I don't like this sort of feeling. Maybe it's because people are trying to take some of your time away from you, some of your valuable earned time. Too many cooks spoiling the broth right here. And I do think that that's a little bit of an issue coming through there for you. You're probably overwhelmed with everybody else's opinion, and you don't really need their opinion, and all that kind of stuff coming through when it comes to how they're sort of pushing and that kind of thing. I think that a lot of it is to do with your personal vendettas. So when I say vendettas, I don't mean kind of like, oh, I'm going to get this person or I'm going to get that person necessarily. It just feels like your no, project's too small a word. Give me something to your determination, the things that you're actually going for, the things that you're wanting to achieve, the things that you really, really desire, number one in your life. That's what you're focusing on, or should be focusing on. I mean, it could be that in these here, I mean, I don't know why I'm focusing on this very much straight away for you, but let me get these cards up if they can get off here. Okay, so here is very much the case where you're kind of feeling that you're maybe trapped because people may be singling you out towards the end of the month. People may be kind of going, hey, Sagittarius, we want you to do this for us. We want you to do something else for us. We want you to do blah, 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 blah. And you're not really into that, you know? You don't really want anything to do with that kind of environment, how people are trying to get you to do stuff. And I completely understand. I really do understand as to why you would feel that kind of thing is pushing you too far away. But it does feel like you are absolutely free to get out of that situation if you want to. It is a case of maybe you can see or feel that too many people are getting involved, too many people are affecting you in your family, at work, in the relationship that you're in. And it could be that you're just saying, hey, leave off me a little bit. Just leave me be. Alternatively, it could be that you're seeing something happen from the outside and you're like, oh, this is such a bad idea. And lo and behold, it's a bad idea because everything's unfolding here and the kind of fire's building up. So I definitely understand your frustrations at the end of the month. But before we get to that stage, before we even get to that beginning, it feels like they're wanting you to recognize that you have a transformational energy coming through, as well as a Queen of Wands here. This could be you, or this could be somebody else relating to you. This could be somebody who offers to help you with something, somebody who kind of gives you that drive, that ambition to change. It could be that you want to transform into this Queen of Wands, or somebody who is mentoring you in a very strong way. If it is you, I would say that you are going to be maybe a little bit scatterbrained this month. Nothing bad about that, but I do feel that yes, there is a protest coming through from you saying, I'm not really wanting the same old, I'm going to change. I think with this card especially, and I will actually bring these two up, especially for you. So with the death and the card here, it just feels like there's a little bit of a last straw. This is maybe your last chance, your last snip of what's coming through. And I do think that you're aware of this as well. So this is kind of what you're trying to achieve here. This is what you're trying to do. But this is kind of the push that you need, maybe. Maybe this is a light. Maybe this is what you want to achieve in the end. It could also be, like I say, a woman who's going to mentor you, mother you, nurture you. She may be a little bit scatterbrained, but don't worry too much about that. I do think that you're entering this new door here, this new phase, and it's going to actually take you to some places that maybe you never thought you could achieve. I think that a lot of it is to do with how you're looking at yourself, and how you want to change your visions, especially with the Nine of Cups and the Sun card here. The Nine of Cups is basically a wish card. She's put everything in its place and she's saying, hey, world, universe, please come help me. Come give me the necessary things that I want to put into my life, the things that I want to cherish. And then you become a bit more fulfilled. You become a bit more free in your life and how you want to work and how you want to experience things. I do actually feel a Cancerian is coming through because there's a crab here. So I do feel a Cancerian is very important this month. I know it's a Libra month, but it does feel like Cancer is a very strong sign for you this month. It could be that you just need to feel a bit freer here. Maybe that you want to have this sort of weight off your shoulders. That's what it feels like at this point in time. It feels very much like you're trying your best just to shield and just, not disrobe, that's the wrong word. They keep putting the wrong words in my head today, so maybe it's communication that's going to be 100% what you need to look into, what you need to organize. Because if you maybe say the wrong thing, all your progress could kind of go beyond, something else. But I do feel you're manifesting this change. You're wishing for this change. So if you don't want it very drastic, maybe kind of, be careful what you wish for. That's basically what it seems to be. Be careful what you wish for, because none of us really want you to feel like something's just gone too far. None of us want you to feel that, you haven't really had any control over it, or, that you're experiencing something that is getting away from you and you don't like it anymore. Or I think that there's something that just, it's kind of like you're trying to refresh yourself, refresh your energy. But I really hope that you don't feel like you're doing this too fast or too raw or too flurried, or anything like that, because I think obviously you would probably feel like you've wasted an opportunity. So maybe you just have to calm down a little bit, manifest on it, and take the time, go through the processes, go through the things that you're trying to do here, everything that you're trying to achieve, and just kind of maybe even write it down, you know? Maybe you could write it down. But it does require a little bit of balance here. The Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands is all about this kind of battle against this balance necessarily. People may be saying, hey, we need to do this, Sagittarius, we need to do this. And you're saying, look, I just want to focus on my finance and my health, or my relationship and my house, or my career and my personal life, whatever it is that you want to do. You want to balance that. Pick two things to focus on this month. And then if people come at you saying, we want you to do this, we want you to do this, maybe you can actually then say, hey, no, this is my time. I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm not going to actually try and bend over backwards for anybody this month. This is me. This is what I want to do. And nobody can tell me otherwise. Sometimes I think, don't be tempted to get too defensive over somebody who genuinely wants or needs your help. You don't have to jump down their throats or anything. But I do think you should maybe make sure that your time to yourself is precious, and the two things that mean a lot to you this month have to be very strong, and you have to maybe put your foot down in some cases. So I do think that that's quite promising for you. If you don't, I feel that then people will take over. So this isn't actually guaranteed. This bit here is not guaranteed. If you allow people to kind of come in and make comment and just completely overtake your kind of method of working, this is where it's probably going to get an issue. It probably is a bit of family arguments as well. It does seem like family to me. A lot of the times when the Five of Wands comes out, it is about the familial aspect. It may not even be your family. It could be a spouse's family, a partner's family, who's just seemingly saying, we know best about what to do in your relationship. Could be both of your families just kind of going at war. I really hope it's not. But it does feel very strong here. And I do think that there's potential here for all of you Sagittarians to grow and feel love, because you have the Two of Cups here. So again, with this balance, it could just be you needing to connect again with your higher self. It could be that you just need to understand what's kind of coming through for you personally, and that kind of allows you to grow and be free and generally have a really good sense of where you need to be, loving yourself, loving that balance, loving the two areas of your life that you really need to pay attention to. So let's see what comes out in regards to the Guardian cards. What does Sagittarius need to know for the month of October? Please guide Sagittarius and whatever it is they wish to. Whoa, you won't even go back in. Healthy lifestyle. Well, I've just been saying. So this is Raphael. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. Basically, with this one, you don't want to be taking on too many things. You don't want to have such a drastic change that you can't get your breath. That, I think, is the main thing. You don't want to be completely turning your life around in this manifestation that suddenly you can't focus on the things that you need to. Say, for instance, oh, well, I just need to do this and this, finances and health, that's all I need to focus on. And then people go, oh, but this, but this, but this, but this, but this. That's going to stress you out and take you away from this healthy lifestyle. So I think that you should be patient with yourself. I think you should also be patient with some others. I also feel that, again, communication could be a little bit awry, but you don't have to push yourself on anything that doesn't really seem to be working for you. I think this is going to be quite a promising collection of happenings. That's what it feels like something's going to happen, then you can take that on board, something else happens. So it just feels like it's all a culmination of your previous efforts coming into this one central thing here. But what is it you want to do this month? Have you got actually anything that you want to do before your birthday month in November and December? Do let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing from you, and thank you so much for taking the time to do that and liking and sharing and everything that you do. I'd also love to answer any questions that you may have, lorientarot@gmail.com. But also, if you'd like a reading, just click on the link below to my website and it'll take you to all the readings that I have available. If you would also like to support the channel and get access to free readings and blog posts and things like that about spirit guides and whatever, all you need to do as well is click on the Patreon link and become a patron for as little as $1 a month. So thank you to everybody who's already done that. But that's it for now. I really wish you the very best of luck in October. I look forward to reading for you in November, and I will speak to you all very soon.